Hello and welcome to our Wellness Universe class. We are back here after the summer break, which lasted a little bit longer than normal. I'm very happy to have Maya Boston on my side. She is from Australia. I'm from Austria. So there are 7 hours time difference, and also to the US 6 hours or 9 hours. We will talk about Lemuria, the Lemurian energies, Lemurian goddesses, and welcome Maya. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, thank you, Ingrid. Yes, I'm Maya Boston, and of course I've joined Ingrid on these calls before the long summer break, as you would call it. And I'm an international light language channel and activator. I'm also have been a GONG sound bath practitioner for over 14 years, and I'm a transformation guide. And I channel Lemuria and a lot of information and wisdom and knowledge that has come to me from my Lemurian lifetime as a high priestess in Lemuria. So I'm really excited to join you here today, Ingrid, as we can talk about all things Lemurian.
Yes, we met each other at the Crying event in Mount Shasta the very first time. And many of you know me and my work because I have been channeling spiritual tools since more than 20 years. Angel symbols, angel essences, but also Mary Magdalene tools, and also the symbols of the Lemurian goddesses. Today I have prepared a little introduction into Lemuria, that you get the feeling that you can reconnect with your own energy and Lemuria. So we will talk about a little bit about Lemurian sisterhood. So the Lemurian sisterhood in this time is reactivated and led by Dr. Amber Wolf. So all the information I give you are channeled information from Lee Carroll. He also channels Cryon, and he channels the old wisdom of Lemurian sisterhood. And the original Lemurian sisterhood was practiced within all parts of Lemuria. I give you some slides, so you get images and you can step into this energy. They settled both on the Mother Mountain, today called Big Island, and the descendant islands and mainland settlements, for example, the Easter Islands, New Zealand, or Mount Shasta. The Lemurian sisterhood existed for many, many centuries and spread over the whole world, at least, not only on today's Big Island. Because someday it was forgotten due to survival attributes and conquest. So they spread all over the world, and when I have been in Mexico, you also can feel the Lemurian energy and the Lemurian ancestors. So it's very interesting. Or if you go to England, Glastonbury, Avalon, how we call it, also Avalon has its roots in Lemuria. Not all the women of Lemuria belonged to this sisterhood, because the sisterhood in turn consisted of a group of women who were later trained as elders. But if you resonate with the word Lemurian sisterhood, or with the word Lemurian goddess, or only with the word Lemuria, then you know that you have been there either as a member of the sisterhood or a normal person. You know, normal is not something less important, but has a different role to play. It's interesting that there was also a Lemurian brotherhood. But today we talk about the sisterhood because I will introduce you to my Lemurian goddesses symbols. So, spirituality at this time was in the hands of women, But although the Lemurians became more and more numerous, the Lemurian sisterhood always remained the same size. It's interesting. It was always a special group of women at one size. At that time, it was also the women who gave men the advices and messages they received from the stars. This was never questions because they lived on one eye level, and there was not "we are better, you are not so good," like the suppression many women had to experience throughout many centuries, but they were on a high level because they also had a very high consciousness, and there was nothing about competition. The women knew intuitively what would happen in the future. For example, they predicted the weather, which was very important at the time because men went out to sea to fish or to hunt. A characteristic feature of Lemurian women was the power of love. It was in the center, in the focus of how they worked, how they were teaching, how they grew up, and how they grew up their children. It was based on compassionate activities, on care, kindness, patience, tolerance, and wisdom. All these adjectives, all these good things we should reactivate again in our time. Lemurian children were exclusively cared for by women who did not belong to the sisterhood. This is very important or very interesting to know. The Lemurian society knew about the importance of female wisdom and fully acknowledged it. So, as I said, men respected, men were on one level with women, and both had their own things to bring into the world. The women of Lemuria stood for the spiritual consciousness of the society, and they gave orientation and guidance to their community. Many women were shamans. They were highly respected, and their skills were important for the survival of the society. And if you remember today, so many men and women reconnect with their shamanic tradition, with their shamanic experience, knowledge, wisdom within. So the first shamans on planet Earth were the Lemurians. The Lemurian sisters or sisterhood understood that they were part of Mother Gaia, of Mother Earth, called also Gaia, and they honored Gaia in many celebrations and ceremonies. And with the consent of the many Lemurian women acted as spiritual leaders of the Lemurian society because they had an extraordinary intuition and a direct connection to divine source. So this was a short introduction to get an idea to reconnect with the energy, and Maya will talk now about a special healing system in Lemuria.
Oh, thank you, Ingrid. Yes, from my recollections as a high priestess in the Lemurian temple, which was actually called the Temple of Mu, and we were given special instructions about the time that the female children entered into the time of puberty in their lives. They were taken aside. Up until that point, the children were educated, if you like. They went to school together. Both genders went to school. But when a child reached the age of puberty, it was taken out. So the boys went with the men and the girls went with the women, and they were taught quite separately what was expected of them in Lemurian society as a member of their gender. What was really, in my recollections, what was really prominent for me was the presence of the Star Mother. She guided us, she taught us all kinds of things about our connection to everything. That was one of the the main features of Lemurian society was that we were taught from a very early age that everything is connected. We are not separate. We're not separate from divine source itself. We are not separate from ourselves or others. We're not separate from this planet, and we are not separate from our galactic family. We are all one. And it was the oneness that was taught from an early age that allowed Lemurians to live very long and peaceful lives that were balanced, and that we all had a very deep connection to everything, a very deep spiritual connection to everything around us. And of course, the healing system that was taught to us, priestesses in Lemuria, in the Temple of Mu, was, of course, all the things to do with oneness, how to work with the earth, particularly, as Ingrid said, that the first shamans on the planet were women. Women have a very special connection to the earth. And yes, there was a lot of ceremony which really allowed the whole community to be included in these ceremonies. But the Lemurian priestesses knew very well that there wasn't a need for a lot of ceremony, because the DNA was functioning at a higher level. We didn't really require a lot of ceremony. It was intrinsic. It was like built in already into our DNA. And this is what we are trying to return to now at this point in time. This new energy on the planet that we're all feeling. We can see the chaos around us. We are being asked to evolve once again to that level where Lemurians were all that time ago. Because, of course, at the time of the fall of Atlantis, we as a collective consciousness of humanity decided to devolve. And now, not since that time have we felt such intense energies on the planet. And so now we are evolving at a rapid rate. I am not sure that we will achieve everything we want to achieve in this lifetime, but then as Lemurians, we knew that we were eternal, and all we did was go away and change bodies and come back again. So this was already taught to us as young children. So our connection to Earth was especially highlighted for us in the teachings, because we had this wonderful connection, that the very biology, this body that we inhabit, is specifically designed for this planet, and therefore there was a lot of gratitude to Mother Gaia, as we called her back then, and whether it was for the body biology itself, or whether it was for the food that we ate, for the very air that we breathed, for that level of connection that we had with the animals around us, the plants, everything in our environment we knew was connected to us, and we had deep respect for everything in the environment. That's why Lemuria was a civilization that went on for more than 30,000 years. So the basic principle of the shamanistic beliefs in Lemuria was simply, we are all connected. There is no separation, and this is This was the system that we knew. We knew that Mother Gaia provided for us everything from the right amount of rain to the right amount of sunshine. The weather was very temperate in Lemuria, and everything was in balance and in harmony, and with a deep respect and connection to Mother Gaia and our environment. So this is what we are returning to today, to honor the earth, to honor and be grateful for everything that we are given on this planet, everything from the roof over our heads to the food that we eat, to the air that we breathe, to the things that we have around us. You know, when was the last time you hugged your house or your apartment building and gave it gratitude for giving you shelter, for keeping you warm in the winter and cool in the summer, and out of the rain during the periods of rain? When was the last time that you thought of doing something like that? Try it and just see how the building itself begins to respond to you.
Thank you. I muted myself because of the echo. Sometimes I think when we have little animals in our home, like ants or flies or bees, we say, oh, go out, yeah, but they are not in our area, we are in their living area, because we forgot that nature was first and then we came and built our houses. So next time when we say to the flies or the bees, go out of the room, or to the ants or little animals, because we built our home on their place and not they are living in our place. So sometimes it's interesting to think about this. Yeah, today the focus of today is also the universe. Because I have channeled a special symbol of the goddess of the universe, and sometimes when we lose our connection or our reconnection with the universe, then it's important to remember to reconnect, because we are always part of this, but sometimes we forget, and then life becomes a little bit challenging. So I would like to remember you of the spiritual aspects of the universe. If you do not understand the connections between the universe and our human life, we feel lost, frustrated, or confused. And sometimes if we go through a challenging period of our life, if we take time to reflect, to meditate, and feel into ourselves, do we resonate with the laws of the universe, yes or no? Then we will realize sometimes that we disconnected from the universe and the vibration of the universe. So here's the goddess. I show you a very nice picture of her, Ukarala, the Lemurian goddess of the universe. She can help us to integrate the aspects and the laws of the universe into our daily lives. So you can reconnect with her consciously, you can ask her, you can call her. If you have my symbol cards, take this symbol. I will show you later how you can work with the symbols. But you also can reflect and connect and call her, even if you don't have the symbols, of course. I would like to give you now a small overview of the 12 laws of the universe. And the source is the law of attraction. Maybe you have heard of this, but it's always good to remember. The first law is the law of divine oneness. It's a foundational law according to which absolutely everything in our universe is interconnected. So we are connected with every person, with every energy, with every emotion, with the morphogenetic field. We cannot disconnect. And every act, every choice, every word, every desire and belief you have will also have an impact on the world and on the people in your life. The second law of the universe is the law of vibration. Here you see the gong, and we will listen later to Maya's gong bar. Every particle in the universe is in constant movement and constantly carries energy. So everything that is vibrating has an effect on ourselves, as we have an effect, or our vibration has an effect on anything else. To live a more productive and full life, consider what you would need to do to shift your energy frequency. So you consciously can shift your energy frequency, for example, with the gong, or with meditation, or with using crystals, using singing bowls, using, for example, also my symbols. The third law is the law of correspondence. It means that patterns repeat throughout the universe, even in your life. So we should be aware that every pattern of behavior or of thoughts we can change, also change which we change also changes something in the universe. So it's about the morphogenetic field. Everything we change will have a change outside in the world. So nowadays, in our very strange times, in our very, very special times, if we change our thought, if we change our approach to, for example, Corona, it will change in general. It will take time, but we are connected, and all the vibrations are also connected and will change. The law of attraction means in order to have the things you desire in life, you have to vibrate on the same frequency as these things. It's very important that you take care of the level of vibration. So if you vibrate on a very low vibration, so you will take or get people or anything else in your life also on a low vibration. The general lesson here is that being positive, proactive and loving attracts more of the same into your life. So if you are pessimistic or frustrated, you will draw those energies into your life. The fifth law is the law of inspired action. Many people think that visualizing a goal and developing a positive attitude towards it will be sufficient to attract things and person you desire. But this is not always enough, because you also have to take inspired steps towards the thing or person you desire. If you lean back and say, oh, I had an order to the universe, I'm waiting for the result, you probably or maybe can wait for a very long time. So you send out your call, your desire, your wish, but then you have to do your first steps by your own. The next is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This law helps you see how you can trigger positive change. And you should always keep in mind that high vibration can trigger improvements in low vibration. So the higher your vibration, you can transform also low vibrations. So if you go into a room with people that are frustrated or anxious, and you're positive and you have a good vibration, you will shift their energy for at least for some time. Then they have to work on their own. The seventh is the law of cause and effect. It tells you that all actions have a corresponding reaction, and so your spiritual life can impact the world around you, causing positive or negative reactions. So it's always the same with different words. The eighth law of compensation makes it possible that you will receive what you put out. So maybe in this time, maybe in next life, maybe now, maybe later, but everything you put out, you will get back in the positive and the negative way. And it depends on you and your way of life, how you feel about what comes back to you. Because if you give out a lot of money and then you get a lot of money, you can feel happy or you can feel guilty. Some people feel guilty when you get back a lot of money because they think they are not, it's not the right thing that they get so much money. So it's about corresponding to what you get out. The law of relativity is all about the neutrality of things when seen in isolation. So if you see only this, it's different than you see this. If you see with the eyes of a frog, it's different what you see with the eye of an Edie, for example. And remain conscious of the fact that there are always multiple perspectives on anything that happens to you. So you should be aware that there's not only one perspective that is right, there are many perspectives, and so you can see the whole to understand better what's going on or what you draw into your life. The law of polarity reminds you that absolutely everything has an opposite, and that allows you to understand your life. So if you are in a bad situation, you know there will be a better situation. When you're going through some difficult time, it will be this thing that helps you truly appreciate the good developments to come. So everything that is bad or poor or challenging can help you to realize what is good in your life, to be happy, to be thankful, to appreciate what you have and what you experience right now. The law of rhythm refers to the fact that all things come in cycles. Maybe you are in a negative part of a cycle right now, but it may be the very thing that prepares you for a prosperous change in cycles next time. So even when the when the leaves fell down because there is autumn or fall or winter, you always know that the little petals will come out again. And the law of gender refers to the fact that there are two major types of energy, like yin and yang. So think about the role each type of energy appears to play in your life and whether there is an excess or a deficit of either. So, as I mentioned before, if you need support to integrate all these aspects and wisdom of the universe into your life, you can ask Ukarala, the Lemurian goddess of the universe, for support. So, thank you, Maya. Please continue.
Oh, thank you, Ingrid. Yes, the aspect of source or the universe or creator being, whichever name you want to use for it, was at the center of the Lemurian circle of oneness. And today, when we use the word namaste, which of course is a Sanskrit word, where we say it or we hear it very often. And what does it mean exactly? And when you say it or when you hear it, do you feel it, or is it just a word you say? You are sacred, and the source, creator being of all there is inside of you. And this is what I call the God spark. All is one and one is all. We need to learn to drop the illusion that we are separate. There is a part of source energy inside each and every one of us. And when was the last time that you spoke to it? When you connect to this God spark within you, You acknowledge it and you begin your relationship with it. So some of the benefits of connecting to the God spark within are when you speak to this part of your being, you create a shift, a change inside of your body. When you speak to it, you speak to the wisdom inside of you, and you are speaking also you also then have access to your inner body wisdom. You begin to design, create your life, and you also then have synchronicities coming in to let you know that it is time to do the action part. And of course, in everyday life, you begin to understand that what you think and say and do creates your reality. It creates the world around you. So begin to notice yourself, become more conscious and aware of yourself. Notice when you are thinking negative thoughts. These are not yours, really. These are opinions and judgments that you have learned perhaps from sometime in childhood, or from your parents, teachers, friends, authority figures in your life and in your culture and society. Thoughts like, you are not good enough, you are not worthy, you don't deserve, you must work hard to get somewhere, or perhaps I am not lovable. Let's learn to leave these behind like an old pair of shoes. Just step out of them and don't look back. Walk forward and step into a new pair of shoes, shoes that suit you and the new kind of life that you wish to walk. And allow the changes to occur inside of you. Give intention to create changes that are for your highest good. Begin to action these changes as your inner wisdom guides you. So, for example, if you have said something to a friend and afterwards you think about it and you know you don't feel good about what you have said, that is your inner wisdom speaking to you and letting you know your words are not in alignment with your soul and with who you truly are. Think about the words you spoke and the emotion behind the words. If you still cannot see what it is making you feel bad, then ask the God spark inside of you to show you what you need to know about this situation. Literally, ask, please show me what I need to know. You may be surprised when you get an answer. You are divinity in a physical form. When you were born, you were perfect. You were in alignment with your God spark, with your soul, and with others. You were in alignment with the creator being of all there is, with nature, and even with the galaxy. And if you understand you are all of this and you connect with it, you begin a relationship with it, creating each and every moment in each and every day of your life. And then you begin to recognize the same thing is going on inside of others. Because once you acknowledge the divinity within you, you are then able to acknowledge and honor the divinity within others. So just for a moment, let's just close our eyes and take a deep breath. Just exhaling through the mouth. And just feel that part of you that resonates when you say to yourself, Namaste. Acknowledge that divine part of yourself. It has always been there. We've just forgotten about it. It is part of who you truly are. the alignment with your soul, with all there is. And then begin to see it in everybody else as well. So take a deep breath into that. And the divinity within me sees and acknowledges the divinity in each and every one of you. Thank you, Ingrid.
Thank you, Maya. Now let's take a step into practical work for those who have my energized Lemurian Goddesses symbol cards. At the moment they are sold out on Amazon US, so you have to be a little bit patient to get them. I also have a focus week in my Facebook group, Ingrid Auer, Spiritual Messages, Tools, Everyday Life. So, you know, this is how it can look like. This is one of my ladies in Austria from my team, one of my graphic girls. So today I would like to show you how you can cleanse, activate and bring your 7 main chakras to a higher vibrational level in a simple but very efficient way with the help of my Lemurian Goddesses symbols. So this is a cover symbol, so you can find it on Amazon. It's important to know that my Goddesses symbol cards contain pure channeled Lemurian Goddesses frequencies and information. So if you're highly sensitive and you take the symbol cards between your hand palms, you will feel the Lemurian energy. It has nothing to do with oracle cards. This is very, very important. Of course, you get messages, you get impulses, but they are spiritual tools and you can use them for spiritual body work or healing work. As I mentioned, they contain high vibrating Lemurian energies. So make yourself comfortable and make sure that you're not disturbed. This is the way how it works. If you have the Lemurian Goddesses symbol, take card number 20 with the symbol of Urkarala. This is the goddess of the universe. And place it next to your heart. Connect with Urkarala, close your eyes, and invite her for the next practical work. This is only an image, you know, of course, but this gives you an idea. So imagine her pale blue ray of light softly enveloping you and enjoying energy. Invite her to come to you. So you can feel her ray. And now in the next step, you can ask her to reactivate, to cleanse, and to fill up the vibration of your chakras. So place the symbol cards in front of you with the symbol side down in a semicircle. Then draw one of the goddesses symbol cards for your first chakra, your root chakra. It's not important to have the same color as the chakra color. It's important to draw one symbol card because the symbol will explain and help you to figure out more about your first chakra and the blockades. The first chakra stands for security, safety, satisfaction of basic needs, support from others, assertiveness, and connection with the lineage. So with the first chakra, you are also connected with your lineage. Draw now the symbol card as I mentioned, read the name and the meaning of the Lemurian goddess and put it in front of you. Here you see the text, the message of this symbol. Read the top lines and recognize which qualities you can develop in your life when your first chakra is healed, harmonized, and activated. So the lower line also shows you when you have blockades, but the upper two lines show you what can be healed. Yeah, these are the upper lines. So now the second chakra. Draw the second Lemurian goddess symbol card for your second chakra, your sexual chakra, and continue as you did with the first chakra. The second chakra stands for creativity and self-expression, for self-worth and self-love, for safety and security, for honest body acceptance, which is very important, especially for women, because many women do not accept or love their body. So for the third chakra, we draw another symbol card. The third chakra shows you if you need more self-authorization or if you live your power positively. It's important for your self-worth and self-confidence, and also to become free from guilt. Then you draw another goddess's symbol card for your fourth chakra, the heart chakra. If you have heartache on the emotional level, of course also on the physical level, or if you live in a loveless or dead relationship, not to be taken seriously as a woman is also a blockade on the fourth chakra. Emotional, physical violence in the partnership can hurt your fourth chakra, or sex against one's own wishes, or emotional blackmail. Then draw another goddess's card for your fifth chakra. If you swallow your problems or maintain silence, to be afraid of disagreements, these are all topics related to the fifth chakra. Rather bite their tongue than talk. Many women know this. And blowing hot and cold. Draw another symbol card for the sixth chakra. If you repress your own intuition, if you believe maybe only in science and not into your intuition or spirit guides, if you feel like a black sheep in a family of origin, or if you reject your high sensitivity. Sometimes being highly sensitive might be a challenge, but not only for the first glance. Then draw a symbol card for the seventh chakra. If you confuse religiousness with spirituality, if someone is dismissing spirituality as fantasy, if you have a lack of trust in leadership from above, or if you think devotion instead of control. So devote or be connected with the higher spirits, with the higher guidance, instead of being controlled. Now take all the impulses you get when you draw the symbol cards. You know, the symbol cards have messages, and write down about your ideas or impulses that show up when you draw the cards for each of your chakras. So this picture you know already. Lie down comfortably on the floor or a yoga mat, a bed or a place, and take the goddess symbols on the respective chakras. And then decide spontaneously where you want to place the symbol of Ukarala, the goddess of the universe. You can put it on a chakra, or you can lay it below your body, or on the top, or to your feet. You can do it very intuitively. If you have some of my goddesses or essences, you can spray above to get in deeper connection with the goddesses. And then reconnect again consciously with Ukarala, the goddess of the universe. And if you want to, you can listen to Maya's GONG path, which will go on now. You see, we have here also a link because we are live now, and we will hear and listen to it right now. But if you hear this as a recorded version, you have to go and to follow the link, because the recorded version cannot record the music. So now come back into the here and now. Thank you, Maya, for this experience. Would you say a few words about this, please?
This was a channeled piece of gong sound bath, specifically for the God spark and connecting to the God spark within. So you can use this this track. I think Paola has given the link there so that you can go listen to the track again and use it as part of your meditation to connect to the God spark within.
Thank you so much, Maya, for this new experience with you. And thank you for sharing all the Lemurian goddesses' energies of the world. Thank you for our listeners and followers. And we will come back and we will inform you time, place, and space in the universe. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone for joining us. Bye for now.
Bye.